I really like learning more, but sometimes I don't like reading books. So today I woke up really early, iced my face, and made a little iced latte because me and my girlfriend are going on a tour of the Botanic Gardens in Glasnevin. After I had my iced latte, I had some turkey rashers, turkey sausages, and eggs because turkey rashers and turkey sausages I think are actually kind of nicer objectively. Put on a nice outfit and started my little walk. This is my favorite part of the walk, looking down over the field, and then I saw this little starling singing away up on the power line, so that was nice. Then I was on the bus, and then someone sat beside me, even though there was loads of free seats on the bus, which I don't like. Then I walked in the forest to calm down a bit after that person sat beside me. I saw loads of mushrooms. I can't identify mushrooms. Maybe you can, but this I can identify. It's my favorite tree. It's a lime tree in Marley Park, and it's just sick. More mushrooms. These ones kind of look like gone off apples. And then we got to Glasnevin. I'd have like never been in Glasnevin before, so we went to this fancy little coffee shop that my girlfriend knew. It was unreal. I got some overnight oats that were like Oreo flavored. They were crazy good, and then I got a flat white that was quite nice as well. We got to the Botanic Gardens, walked in, beautiful entrance, and then we started our tour. The tour started in the Alpine Garden. I love alpine plants. They're super specially adapted to where they're from. They're from the Alps and high up locations, so they're low growing. They're frost resistant by using hairs and stuff. You can see this one here just grows in the cracks of the rocks, and then even these little conifer trees are fully grown. That's how tall they get because they don't want to be windswept and torn away by the wind. And there's another little beautiful plant there. Then you can see the glass house. We'll get back to that in a minute. And then we saw this tree here, which is toxic. And if the sap gets on you, it burns you. So don't do that. But it goes from white to black, and they've used it to stain traditional instruments in China. This tree here was called poor man's fig, I think, because of the many branches meant that poor people would grow it for firewood. This was my favorite part. This was the little Viking house that they had reconstructed. You can see the hazel walls and the reed roof and the oak structure, and then the garden was fully just like plants that Vikings would have had, which I think is really cool. Then we got to the dahlia garden. Dahlias are pretty cool. I just made a video about them. If you're into dahlias and you want to learn more about dahlias, watch my video about dahlias. But there was a little bee enjoying this one, so that one was cool. Then they have this new little area where they're replicating Irish habitats. This is obviously the burn, but it's really cool. It's just developing. And then this little section, every plant that you can see here, except for the trees, are sage, which I thought was cool. And then the main event, we got to the glass house. The glass house was built in the 1880s and it was brought over from Glasgow in Scotland. And it's got a tree that's one of seven left in the entire world, which is pretty cool. Then we went to the gym. We got our cycle on. I watched a Hopkins video. I don't know what my girlfriend was watching, but I was sweating afterwards. So we walked home through the park, very nice evening. And then when we got home, my girlfriend had made this nacho chicken soup, which was really good. And then we watched Gilmore Girls. So it was a pretty good day all in all.